Question: why is Pi Network implementing KYC requirements before Mainnet migration? Pi Network is driven by a vision to create an inclusive and widely accessible digital currency and ecosystem for all pioneers. The mining mechanism in Pi Network is based on social networks and relies on the genuine contributions of real individuals. In order to maintain the integrity of the network and prevent unfair accumulation of Pi through fake accounts, Pi Network has a strict policy of allowing only one account per person. To ensure the authenticity of network members and comply with anti-money laundering regulations, a high level of accuracy is required. KYC, or Know Your Customer verification, plays a crucial role in verifying the true identity of individuals within the network. As a result, only those who have successfully completed the Pi KYC process will be eligible to migrate to the Pi Mainnet. The current enclosed Mainnet phase provides the community with an opportunity to complete the KYC verification and transition to the Mainnet blockchain. Question: how long does it typically take for the tentative approval status in KYC to be finalized as KYC passed? The duration of the tentative approval status varies for each case and is dependent on the specific additional verifications required. In the second quarter of 2023, one of the key focuses for the KYC app is to iterate and implement these additional checks for tentative KYC cases. Question: I have received KYC approval, but it is not yet reflected in Step 6 of the Mainnet checklist. When will I be able to proceed with the migration? The core team is aware of the issue that is currently impacting certain users, and they are actively working to resolve the data synchronization problem on the Mainnet checklist. This resolution is expected to take place in the second quarter of this year. In the meantime, it is recommended to rely on the Pi KYC app for the most accurate and up-to-date information regarding your KYC status. Question: is it possible to migrate to the Mainnet when the KYC status is tentative approval? No. In order to migrate to the Mainnet, it is necessary to successfully complete the full KYC process. Question: is it still necessary to receive a randomly assigned KYC slot from the system? No. Unless you fall into the two scenarios mentioned below, you can now visit the KYC app through Pi browser and initiate your KYC application without waiting for an invitation. The previous practice of assigning KYC slots based on invitations is no longer in effect, and the process has been updated to allow anyone to begin their KYC application. For newly created accounts, immediate eligibility for KYC verification is not granted. Instead, after mining for 30 days, which need not be consecutive, users will be able to apply for KYC verification. This approach helps the network prioritize KYC validation resources for dedicated human pioneers who have also accumulated a sufficient balance to justify undergoing KYC and transitioning to Mainnet. A very small percentage of accounts, identified by algorithms as highly likely to be fake or in violation of guidelines, will not qualify for KYC. If the owners of such accounts believe there has been an error by the algorithms, they can submit their username for further investigation and potential verification of their claims by filling out this form: www.minepi.com/KYC-application-access. Based on the information received, we will conduct a thorough investigation. Question: what is the process for applying for KYC now that Pi KYC is open to all users? With Pi KYC now accessible to all users, you may be wondering how to proceed with your KYC application. The process of applying for KYC in Pi Network is straightforward and can be done in a few simple steps. To begin, ensure that you have the latest version of the Pi browser app installed on your device. Open the app and navigate to the KYC section, which is now available to all users. Once you're in the KYC section, you will be prompted to provide the necessary information and valid documentation for verification. Carefully fill out the required fields and upload the requested documents, ensuring that they meet the specified guidelines and requirements. Double-check the accuracy of the information provided before proceeding. Question: what are the different screens that you can encounter in the KYC app after submitting your KYC application? After submitting the KYC application, the pioneer can expect to encounter several screens within the KYC app. Initially, they may see a screen indicating that their application is under review. If the KYC application is provisionally approved, meaning it has been accepted by validators pending further checks, the pioneer may come across a tentative approval screen. Once the additional checks confirm the authenticity of the provided data and account, the pioneer will be presented with the KYC passed screen. However, for the majority of applications outside of the tentative KYC program, they will directly receive the KYC passed screen without the need for additional checks, if their application is accepted. What does it mean to receive tentative KYC approval? What is required to pass this stage? And how long does the process typically take? The tentative KYC program, which is not applicable to the majority of the network, involves additional verification checks that need to be completed before a pioneer can obtain full KYC approval. It's important to note that tentative KYC approval is distinct from full KYC approval and does not grant access to functionalities like becoming a validator or migrating to the mainnet until the additional checks confirm the full approval. However, receiving tentative KYC approval brings the account much closer to achieving full approval. This selective program is implemented to uphold the network's integrity, allowing genuine human pioneers to pass KYC while identifying and preventing fake or bot accounts. This approach ensures fairness for those who have diligently mined in their own accounts. Question: will you continue to receive the KYC slot pop-up notification when starting a new mining session if a KYC slot is available for you? While it's possible that you may still receive a KYC slot pop-up notification, it is important to note that this notification should not be solely relied upon to determine your eligibility to begin the KYC application. As a pioneer, it is recommended that you directly check your KYC eligibility by visiting the KYC app in the Pi browser, kyc.pi. Simply open the Pi browser and navigate to the KYC application to confirm your eligibility. Please consider the pop-up notification as a reminder rather than an invitation. Question: when can KYC validators expect to begin reviewing appeals for name changes? Regarding pioneers who have appealed to change their account name, the resolution process depends on the nature of the appeal. For minor name updates, some appeals can be resolved through automated processes. In such cases, the applications are already being unblocked to continue with the KYC process. However, appeals that require the assistance of human validators are expected to be reviewed in the second quarter of this year. This timeline aligns with the priorities of implementing additional checks on tentative KYC applications and conducting performance analysis of validators. Question: is the previous statement, which stated that a submitted KYC application could potentially be approved within a 15-minute time frame, still applicable? This remains true as long as pioneers have accurately filled out the necessary fields and there are ample human validators available in their respective country or region. Question: is KYC mandatory for Pi Network users? Many users wonder whether KYC is mandatory for everyone. The answer is yes, in most cases. Pi Network has implemented the KYC process to ensure compliance with legal and regulatory standards. By completing KYC, users contribute to the legitimacy and longevity of the Pi Network project. Question: is my personal information secure during the KYC process? Security and privacy are of utmost importance in the KYC process. Pi Network understands the significance of protecting your personal information and employs advanced security measures. Your data is encrypted and stored securely, adhering to industry best practices. Rest assured, Pi Network prioritizes your privacy.
Subscribe to our PiWhales YouTube channel and earn Pi rewards.